Jeff Gilbert. Welcome to my live call tonight, and it comes with a question: are you or are the company you're with in danger? And what do I mean by that? I'll come back to it in a minute. For those of you that do not know me, I've been involved in network marketing for over 40 years. I share a lot of what I've learned in my journey on these live calls. I started in this business totally broke, sold a junk truck to get started, put $200 in my business. And the last 27 years, I've been full-time in network marketing, love it. How are you doing in this window of opportunity that we have right now with people home and they have nothing but time? This is the time to do it, to reach out and talk to people right now about your business and your product. It's a good time to find people home. So on Friday, and I didn't talk, hi Andrina, nice to see you. On Friday, the FTC posted on its website that it had sent 10 letters to 10 different multi-level or network marketing companies. And some of these companies were billion-dollar companies, all right? And these were warning letters. Now, this is not a FTC lawsuit against these companies, okay? But and some of these companies, like one in particular, I mean, you know, I know that, you know, I don't know, at least a couple that they're the top. I wouldn't say they're the top income earner in that company. They're friends of mine, but they're 7-figure earners, okay, in that company. And they always brag how, you know, they feel like they're untouchable because they have so many customers. I want you to understand that doesn't make you untouchable. Nerium or Neora, that in November was sued by the FTC, they had a very high, you know, distributor to customer ratio, or customers, we shall say. Customers were very high to the amount of distributors. So I'd like to squash that belief that just if you mass all these customers up, that legitimizes what you do. It doesn't. And so we have to understand that here's the thing. We are at an age and time with governments that we have to pay attention to what we say and what we do. And that's what's happened. And I don't care how many customers that you have in your company, that's not going to be a shield from the FTC taking action, shutting you down, or even suing you. I want you to understand something. The FTC has sued leaders in other network marketing companies. They don't just go after the company, they go after, what's the word that they use? I forgot the word that they use, but the people that partnered with that company, I don't know if is it conspirators? I don't know. But people that are responsible for driving company volume. And the FTC has gone after those distributors and sued them. So we have to understand the age that we live in. Now I want you to also understand, I'm not trying to scare you, okay? And I don't want you to feel frightened, because I think we simply have to know how to navigate our ship in the times that we live right now. And some people, despite the fact we've had many warning examples, they continue to think their company is immune to it. Because I got customers. We have many customers. Or our company is so strong financially. Well, the FTC has endless resources. Remember, this is the U.S. government. They can print money. You know? So so I think the important thing here is to understand that because of this pandemic going on with COVID-19, they are watching everything that's going on in social media, everything that's going on. And they use technology too. Technology, I don't know what you call it, these web crawlers that just canvass the internet, social media platforms, and looking for anything said about COVID-19 and a product that's going to fix it, or an opportunity that's going to leverage on it. And they're looking for that. And so they have certain keywords. And then when they review their data every morning, and then they see that distributors in different network marketing companies are making claims about their products, or making claims that they have, an income opportunity because of this crisis, then because of that, then that's what they're going to do. They're going to quickly take action, and that's what happened Friday. And so there were 10 companies, you can look it up, out of respect to any that get on my live calls. Your company might be listed, but look at some of the language and what got some of these people in trouble, and then it helps us to understand. And so it says here, and this is one company here, and this is a $1 billion company, by the way. And it goes on to talk about it's unlawful to advertise certain products that treat or prevent coronavirus. Now, this is what the FTC is saying, and misrepresent that consumers who become get involved with this business opportunity, that participants are likely to earn substantial income. So they quote some of the posts on I guess Facebook, and it says here's one distributor. It says here, no, I don't want to read that one because that one's not as. It says here, need to make extra money, find it difficult to pay your bills. Were you laid off, fired? Be your own boss with our, they say their company name, and essential oils. Message me to achieve financial independence. See, to achieve financial independence. That's a income claim. And so that's what they consider that. And then they quote the law, section whatever, and in the law that you cannot make those kind of claims. Here's another company. And this is a very popular company. Like I mentioned, I've got some friends who are 7-figure earners in this company. Here's one post in Facebook. Stay safe. Make your immune system strong. Standard coronavirus protection kit. Hashtag antiseptics. Hashtag immunity support. And here's another one. In the midst of all this coronavirus hype, we should all be focused on immune health. Guys, forget about toilet paper. This is what you need. I had a few people ask me this week, what products do we sell that helps protect them and their families? Our company has the solution. They named the company. This powerful formula will assist the immune system and respiratory systems against attacks. Blah, blah, blah. And so, here's a video with the description, and it says in the video, we have been so blessed as seven-figure earners, and we are here to help you achieve your financial or time freedom goals. And other statements, the timing for you to get involved with an online business is second to none, guys. So it's that kind of language. It's hard for me to believe a seven-figure earner would post this and these kind of things. So here's the thing that we have to understand, you know, and we hear this all the time, that people say that a lot of people think that the FTC is out to get you. Well, I believe they don't like us. Yes, I believe that. That's for sure. But I spoke with Gordon Hester, and he's a very renowned, consultant. Does DSA workshops. He has a book out now. If you haven't had a chance to get it, it's interesting. It's on Amazon. It's called Positioned Right. And when I asked Gordon, I said, "Is the FTC out to, do they hate us? Are they out to get us?" He said, "It's not that they hate you. It's just that they hate what you do." He said, "They don't care that you own a Mercedes. What they hate about is when you post it on Facebook, giving the suggestion that someone else can get that Mercedes. That's what they hate." Okay. I really do think they hate us, but even if we did it right, okay? But here's the thing. There's some good to this and there's some bad to this. I think there is some good that if we never did have the FTC, it would be the wild, wild west. Anything would go in this profession. Anybody could I've seen this and I've experienced this myself, where people started network marketing companies and they were not good people. They were very shady people. Certainly we would want to keep those people out of our profession, out of our profession. But the other thing too is companies that allow bad things to go on and they don't do anything about it. Well, they're just as guilty. So I think there's got to be some accountability. On the other hand, it can go too far, where, for example, in one of the companies where they got a warning letter, this woman, I listened to Ray Higdon talk about this as well. She was simply showing how to make a hand sanitizer, right? She didn't say anything about her company, but behind her was a bottle of her company, and they could see who made that. And so, that is so unreasonable. To send out a warning letter to a company for that is not reasonable. It's just not reasonable. So what do we have to do here? We have to understand here, simply what it is they don't like. And they don't want us talking about coronavirus, the epidemic, or the pandemic rather, and then talking about our products as cures to that, or that's a solution to that, or because people are sent home and they don't have jobs right now because of the pandemic, that we use that to say, okay, our company will, has everything that you need, and start making claims that they can make wealth, things like that. That's what we have to look at. We have to look at how we're using social media. I remember it said a long time ago that, social media is the best thing and it's the worst thing that's ever happened in network marketing. I'm starting to feel like it's more of the worst thing than the best thing, because what I do like about it is the fact that we can connect right now, right? We can talk, and I can try to give you value and share what I've learned in my journey in the last 40 years in network marketing. What I think is wisdom, things that you should do in your business, at the same time what you should avoid. And keep in mind, I'm a student of social media just like you are. But the problem with it, think about it. I go back before social media ever started. If I was on a conference call and somebody shared a product story, and even if it's true, let's say they used a product and it cured them of cancer, right? Okay, fine. Conference call's over. Great. Now that's the end of it, right? Now, if you do it on Facebook, it's not over. Then the FTC, like I said, they have these crawlers out there looking for keywords, looking for titles, looking for things that you say, and they're like, oh, cancer, product, company is a network marketing company, bingo, bam. There you go. And now that puts everybody in your company in jeopardy. I mean, you could spend years, 10 years, 15 years, like me, 21 years in a company. And if you got a rogue distributor out there and the company hasn't really reeled them in, it could be a real problem. It could get a company shut down. And we've seen this, 4 years ago, we saw this with Vima. I mean, and it wasn't fair. I mean, there was no due process. They just came in, they froze their bank accounts. BK didn't have any money to fight back. He had to go borrow money just to fight the FTC in court. But in the meantime, it was going to take a lot of time before that would ever transpire. And what happened? All the distributors ended up bailing. How would you like it if that was your downline? All because of irresponsible leaders. Not a lot, just takes a few, and a company not taking action to reel those people in. And that's exactly what happened. And then we look at Advocare. Here's another one, Advocare. Distributors making product claims, showing their checks, income claims, things like that. This was a company doing a lot of business. Huge amount of business. And the same thing, the FTC came in with a hammer. So I think we've seen enough of this. Even now, Neora, okay? Same thing. This was back November? Do we see a pattern in this? There is a pattern. And why does this keep happening? It keeps happening because distributors keep doing things they shouldn't be doing. And that is making product claims on their Facebook, mostly Facebook profile pages, or income claims. It's not healthy. Here, first of all, let's just reason on this. And I've talked about this in the past. Does that strategy even work? If you were to post something on your page and you make a claim about something it'll cure, okay? How many people ever pick up the phone and call you to buy that product? Very few. How many people even give it a like? Very few. The same thing is true about income claims. How many people just see it and say, oh my gosh, and they just stop what they do and they call you and say, hey man, I am in. Rarely does that happen. So if it doesn't work, then why keep doing it? Why keep doing it if it doesn't work? And does it make sense to put your company at risk and yourself at risk? A lot of leaders think that, well, something happens to the company, it's the company. No, not anymore. It doesn't work that way anymore. So if a distributor makes a claim on their page, the FTC will hold them accountable. They can sue that person. We saw that, I forgot that company, I don't even remember the name of the company. It was, I think, a month and a half ago, they hammered another one. I mean, literally, froze their bank accounts, not just the company, but their personal bank accounts. And they sued the distributors that made those claims. We can't hide behind a company. We have to understand that we are responsible for what we do. So the thing is, if we understand that the strategy never works anyway, so why do it? Why post product claims? Why post income claims when nobody is going to pay attention or believe it anyway? Why do it? It doesn't work. So why put yourself at risk and why put your company at risk? And also all the thousands of distributors that's in your company, why put them at risk? I mean, I feel so bad for the Advocare distributors that lost all their incomes. It was all evaporated. Same thing with Vima. 4 years ago when they were shut down. I mean, that was an international company. And yet distributors in different countries around the world lost it all because of a few stupid people. So, so here's the thing. The thing is, can you have a future in network marketing? Can you be safe? Can your company be safe? I'd say yes, it can. Yes, it can. You need to work with your compliance departments, not fight against them, not see them as a hindrance to your freedoms. Just understand that you can still get everything done that you want to do. For example, if I have a prospect and I want to talk to somebody about a product that I use that I enjoy, I'm going to call them on the telephone, but I'm not going to post on my Facebook profile page. You also have other ways in which you train your leaders using Zoom and other platforms, and you know how to get your message across as well as train on your products. So what you don't want to do, again, is have your leaders post on their profile page. I just assume that everybody in my organization not even have on their Facebook profile page the company they're with or say anything about the product. It doesn't serve any good to do that. It really doesn't. I mean, again, from a marketing point of view, from just a strategy point of view, what good does it do? Because it puts everybody on notice when you want to engage with somebody and you send them a friend request or you accept theirs, and now you're wanting to engage with this person, and then they go to read a little bit about you on the information side, and oh, well, you're a triple diamond with blah, blah, blah company. And then they, oh, okay, all right. And then they Google that. And then, of course, Google, do they like network marketing companies? No, they don't. They don't like them either. Okay? So they're like, oh, yeah, they're involved in that. Okay. Oh, wow, wait, what else Google got to say? Oh, these are some bad experiences. People had to join that company. Why are they involved in that company? Wow, I thought this was a good person. Yeah. Best thing to do is create mystique and curiosity, mystery about yourself, but never say what company you're with. I don't do that. You go to my page. Look, I'm the, I don't know. I'm at the top of my company, but you don't see it in my page. You won't. So again, I wish more people were like that, and I wish more people understood the wisdom of not doing that. Because why? Because you need to be an example to your own downline on what to do and what not to do. If they see that you don't do that, then they don't do that. If you don't post about your company and your products, then they don't do that. Well, you say, well, then how do we recognize? Don't you have your Facebook groups? You can recognize your leaders. You can talk about your products in your groups. You can do that. But to do it on a profile page where you're visible to the world and you're under the scrutiny of the FTC, and then when some of your distributors start making claims and all that, how is that going to affect you and affect your company? Not in a good way. Not in a good way at all. So the best thing to do is be an example of what not to do. And that's what I would not do. I would not post about my company or have it in my profile about. Now that doesn't mean if somebody can't go to Google and Google your name and find out you're an XYZ. That's fine. That's fine. But we're talking about where they go most to look. That is the FTC. They watch what goes on Facebook. So when we think about that, network marketing is the best thing and it's the worst thing that's happened in network marketing. It's starting to be more of the worst. When we look at a lot of these companies that are shut down, it all goes back to what people posted on their Facebook profile pages. Can you see the wisdom of not doing that? So here's what we should, and I don't want to suggest that you spend your time policing your downline's Facebook pages, okay? Certainly if you see them post something like that, they're talking about coronavirus and they're talking about your company or they're talking about your product, then you need to reach out to them and say, hey man, you got to take that down now. Our company terminate you over something like that. You could lose your income over something like that. You need to remove it now. Yeah, so those are things that you would do, but don't spend your time policing what's going on in your, just create a culture of responsibility in your team. And again, you might, if you have an onboarding video, let's say I join your company and you put me in your Facebook group and you tag me in an onboarding video, that the things that I need to do to get started, right? But in the onboarding video that you talk about that, you say, listen, don't post on your Facebook page about the company, the opportunity, or the product. What we want to do is we want to help you get off to a good start. And so to do that, we simply want you to make a list of people that you've met in a lifetime, and we can go over that together, and we can prospect those people that that you have on that list. We can do that together, and I can give you some guidance. In the meantime, you can use Facebook like you always did. You posted about what your family's doing, whatever you're curious about. Yeah, I mean, just things that whatever you posted about. But just don't post about the company and the products, because we don't want to put all your warm market on notice that you join them. We want to pleasantly surprise them when we reach out to them about this product and this opportunity. It's more of a positive approach of, instead of saying, we don't want you to do this because you could get terminated by the company and get sued by the FTC. That would not be a good thing to do, okay? Again, have a more positive approach about why not to, because we don't want to put everybody on red alert that they just joined your company. So an onboarding video might be helpful to a lot of your new people that join, and that way and you train your leaders to tag them in a video, and that's not, I'm just saying that's an onboarding video. I would include that that's not the only thing you talk about, right? You want to talk about those basic things, make the list. Let's dedicate some time to, to doing the business. What tools would I use if I joined you? Okay. What is the video? Okay. Is there a PDF that I need to send? What is it? If we just had it down to just a couple of tools, what are those tools? And you need to have that in your onboarding, but I would also have, what not to do, with social media, whether it's Facebook or Instagram, things like that. Just educate these new people and get the message out. And I think creating a culture of responsibility in your team is going to not only protect your business, it's going to protect your company. And so encourage and let other leaders know that you're doing that. I think that's a great thing to do. Even if they're not in your upline, if they're sideline leaders, whatever teams, keep in mind, everybody affects the future of everyone. If you got one rogue leader out there and the company is just for some reason not honing them in, then actually what I would do at that point is get on the phone with the company, and then that's it. It's time to take action, because it's your future. So what kind of companies are going to have a future are going to be compliant companies. Companies that are responsible, that aren't making ridiculous claims out there. And we've seen enough of these ridiculous claims. We've seen a lot of it. So there's nothing wrong with some cleanup. Nothing wrong with that. I don't think you need to lose sleep that the FTC is out to get you or your company. What they don't want, they just simply want people not to make product or income claims, especially now related to the coronavirus. Because I noticed that these 10 letters that went out when I reviewed the language, and that's exactly what it said. It said here, some examples of coronavirus prevention or treatment claims made by your business opportunity participants or representatives, blah, blah, blah. So they're very sensitive to this right now. And they have a killer instinct to go after anybody who's going to do that. And keep in mind, these are not lawsuits, okay? These are warning letters. That's all they are. But if you want to review it, you can Google it, the FTC 10 warning letters to network marketing companies. You can review the language and be, I'm surprised some of these companies, but it can happen to anybody. The fact is, it's going to come down to leadership. And we have to train our leaders how to be responsible leaders and what not to do, especially when it comes to social media. I just remember the days when we didn't have social media, we didn't have all these issues. Rarely did you hear of the FTC doing anything. They might have tweaked Amway a little bit, maybe Herbalife, maybe some, but that was that. You didn't ever hear much from these people. But ever since social media has, come into our lives, we've heard so many issues with so many different companies. So, again, the solution simply is leadership, making sure that we help our leaders to understand not to do these things with their Facebook profile page. Don't make any product claims. Don't even talk about your products and company. Nobody cares. Nobody's listening. If you want to get distributors, more distributors into your business, you're going to have to learn how to reach out and talk to somebody on the phone, on Zoom, on FaceTime, whatever device you want to use. I'm just saying, you got to learn how to, because this is a relationship thing. It's a relationship thing, isn't it? So I'll share some more. I think, we'll get into more of that maybe toward the end of the week. And then even the following week, how to responsibly use social media. What can we do? What are the things we can post about and get creative about that? So it's been nice spending time with you tonight, and I hope you got some value out of this. Again, keep yourself, your business safe. You want to do that. You want to protect it. And this is a challenging time with coronavirus. And keep in mind, a lot of people are on edge, right? So is the FTC. These people are human beings too. But they're manic about this, okay? They're very manic about it. So when you see some of your distributors posting, if they even suggest your company or your company's product in relation to coronavirus, man, get them taken down right away. That will not help at all. And we'll probably see more of this in the days coming. Other companies, other distributors, it can happen. So just work with your people and let's everybody stay safe. Love all you guys. We'll get together on another subject tomorrow night that I will talk about. What's happened to the gig economy? We'll talk about that. And, it was really on the grow and just going crazy. And then, of course, this pandemic hit. What's going to happen with these people now after, once this all settles down, what do you have there? What kind of field of opportunity do you have where people want to employ themselves versus going back and getting a job? So we'll talk about more of that and look forward to having you on the next call. Hey, Lexus, good to see you, man. All of you, it's very nice to see so many of you on the call tonight. Everyone, have a good evening.